going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Dak Prescott's Cowboys going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. The 30, past the 20, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 85 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Off the bootleg, Ryan. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Complete to Jones. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Running right, this is Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Really nice pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and short. And you figure, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy, that outcome leaves you in a difficult 3rd down, doesn't it?
Didn't stand a chance from the start. You could tell they were going in the wrong direction. On 3rd down, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So the Cowboys offense coming back out there, and after the excitement of that 13-3 year, the NFC East title 2016, they fell back to earth in 2017. They still finished 9-7, but not what you expected from them.
No, the scoring differential was a big telltale about the difference between 2016 and 2017. They were plus 115 a season ago, just plus 22 this year. That means tighter games can go either way, and not enough of them went in Dallas's win column in this past season.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he's got room. Oh, now he bowls him over. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it, because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the 1st down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant, and a short return to the 6-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
We go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 when he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the shotgun, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. For the offense. offense changes hands here. Let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. But he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
A handoff left to Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Prescott from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They Dan, both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 23. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On third down, Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. On the carry, here's Smith. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl, you were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one, but this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. To throw is Prescott. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So that'll back them up 5. On second down, Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once he's throwing them.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Prescott on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Ryan back into his end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
to the penalty. Here's Freeman. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So just 1 yard to go here on third down. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Ryan now off the bootleg. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Hey, got it. Let's go.
Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again. Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second down following the run.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, go down.
They go to Elliott again. Shreds the tackle. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. By the offense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Tight left. You got 4. All right, here we go. Green, 30.
First throw off the bench for the veteran Schaub. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Man left. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. 50, Mike, 50.
Now Schaub. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll give to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And now running right through it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Got some room at the 30. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 81 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. He spins free and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Schaub. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
All right, here we go. Over.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.